Okay, I want to take this opportunity to welcome the stakeholders, the partners who made this day a success. Now this is a day where we are just coming to celebrate this World Contraception Day, where we were given education by various stakeholders and mainly the Ministry of Health about the need to take care of or to control our birds. Now, mine was to welcome them, and we are very grateful because here with me is Dr. Bashir, and then we also have Dr. Serem, our CECs and the CEOs and other stakeholders who came together to partner with this. And I'm very grateful on behalf of our governor. I want to sincerely thank those organizers for choosing NAKURU to hold such a very important event. I really appreciate, and I welcome you any other time to come to Nakuru County. Now this is a great day because now sometimes back we used to take contraception as something which is a taboo in our culture. People don't talk in their families. They don't even want to hear their children talking about the contraceptives. But it is very important that we take this one very seriously because the population is growing at a very fast rate, where as the population grows, there will be explosion, there will be need for employment, there will be need for food, there will be need schools, expansions of schools. So the population will overtake the economic growth of our country or economic development of our country. So we need to tell the people the truth on how to take care on to reduce the population growth so that they minimize the growth of population instead of getting the children whom they cannot be able to take care of. We need to take care of to get the children we are able to take care of. In short, every pregnancy should be a wanted pregnancy, not a pregnancy which is unfortunate, but we need a pregnancy which is wanted, a child which is wanted, and so that the government can be able to plan for the growing population. Otherwise, mine is only to welcome the Ministry of Health so that she can tell us something.
Thank you, Deputy Governor. This is an event we celebrate every year, and it's an event to create awareness on the importance of planning the family. We are not about to control the number of children a person should have. It's voluntary, but it's an option to allow our population to know that population growth and economic growth have to be moving in tandem, so that we can have a healthier, socially capable and economically strong families. A family is the unit of the nation, you know that, before you come to community. And therefore what happens at the family is replicated at the national level through the community and through the counties. So today we are happy to have been hosted, and we are grateful by the Nakuru County government for this occasion. And therefore the message is there are enough options for you to space your children, for you to plan your children. Because if the mother also gets a child every year, that compromises the health of the mother and the health of the child. The mother requires a minimum of 2 to 3 years for her condition to come back to the pre-pregnancy state so that she can take another pregnancy in a healthy manner. The child who breastfeeds needs to breastfeed for 2 years, or if he breastfeeds less than 6 months, that child becomes a child who will be going to hospital every now and then. And therefore, to cut all these costs, spacing the pregnancy and making sure that the pregnancy that comes is a pregnancy that's planned and that is wanted. And you know also the complications that come out of unplanned pregnancy or unwanted pregnancy. We cannot go into the social ills of that. But if a child is planned and wanted, there will be love, there will be proper planning for the life and education all the way to realizing the potential. As a nation, we're a very young nation as population structure, and our youths and our adolescents are very high in proportionality. More than 70% of our population are under 35 years, which means it's a very productive, fertile population. And if we don't manage to help them manage their population or their plans, so many girls will be out of school, so many boys will be on the streets. As it is now, we are already struggling with a lot of unemployment and a lot of expenses in terms of education. And therefore, that's why you saw the National Council for Population and Development. We have a policy and we have a board and a saga which helps government plan its procedures and its economic growth plus population management. So we are not saying it is a must, it is a voluntary, and it's a number of children that you can actually manage to take care of through a corridor of education and all the way to realize their potential so that every citizen becomes a useful, beneficial citizen to the nation.
Daktari, two questions. Umesema kwamba serikali itakuja na mbinu za kuhakikisha kwamba kuna hizi dawa za kufanya mpango wa uzazi, hatutategemea misaada kutoka nchi za nje. Sijui ni mikakati gani mtakayoweka. Alafu ya pili tuzungumzie iwapo kuna upungufu wa hivi vifaa kama condoms, kwa maana kumekuwa na some pockets ya kwamba kumekuwa na upungufu.
We have is what's called a transition plan. The government of Kenya has been getting donor support for a long time, and now we have been classified by the World Bank that we are a lower middle income country. What that means is the country is able to stand on its feet to provide some of the services, specifically the social services, which health is one of them. And therefore, we have a transition plan where government of Kenya is taking over slowly in a progressive manner a lot of other commodities, not just for family planning, HIV, AIDS, malaria, TB. There's a proper transition plan in place, and there are also MOUs and commitments with our partners. That is gradual. They support us. As their support reduces, as government, we increase our support. So we've signed with our partners in family planning some 3 years ago, and that come 2025-26, whatever commodities security is going to, whatever funds that are required for buying family planning commodities, the government is able to budget and able to provide that, so that the awareness, the capacity building, the trainings, and also providing other software that the program requires comes from our partners. So as a country, we are in shape, and up to now we have met our commitments. As far as stockouts are concerned, there was the issue of the global stockouts due to the COVID pandemic, but before that we've not had stockouts nationally. But in the counties, there's also proper what's called logistic management information system, where we can monitor at dispensary level what commodities are there. And so if the county or the dispensary plans in advance and orders, we are able to provide. Sometimes one facility close to another one has commodities, other one has run out. So we do what's called exchange within the counties. And we realize that, of course, we are not oblivious to the fact that health is devolved, and we are working very well with our county counterparts. That is their mandate, and ours is to support with policy, capacity building, and resource mobilization for this kind of, and maybe going into global agreements and meeting the global commitments in that space. So after the devolution, things have really improved. Inter-county exchange of commodities may not have happened, but that's also a place for us to discuss. But our vision is no commodity stockouts. Yes.
Labda swali la mwisho, ni kaunti gani ambazo bado zimesalia nyuma katika mpango mzima wa kupanga uzazi?
Yes, there are counties which are very far behind, especially my county of Mandera. There are counties which are very low, like 3 to 5% prevalence rate, and that is because of issues of equity and issues of social, cultural, and religious beliefs, and we are focusing on those counties so that they can come up. There is some improvement in some other places, but nationally, we are proud to say that we are one of the countries that is really leading in sub-Saharan Africa. Kenya is being looked at as a pioneer in this agenda, and those counties, now that devolution is there, will bring those county governments on board, and we have also looking at a lens of equity, make sure that everybody has the information, the choice is theirs.
Maybe you say your name again.
Dr. Bashir Isaac, Acting Director for Family Health, where Division of Reproductive Health, where family planning program is housed. Thank you.
Thank you.